Now, as you guys can see, there's a good reason you watch this channel. I even beat the Mexican FBI by a full day and published this information for you guys. You can check it out, the video I did yesterday. They talked about the details of the massacre. Today they confirmed all the information I gave you. I don't know if they pulled it off me, where they pulled it off, but they confirmed it, so I was 100% right. In fact, the Fiscalia, which is like the Attorney General's office, confirmed that this is a direct attack against El Pelon at the velorio of his mom, at his mom's funeral. Now, if you haven't already checked out the podcast yesterday, The Missing Woman of Juarez, it was our second episode, the federal agent as a guest. Check it out. Very interesting. The third episode is going to be coming out in a couple of days. It's going to be on the 3 guests that have been on our channel that have been murdered. There's 3 of them so far. And, yeah, hard to speak on, but I feel it needs to be touched on, and we could dedicate a whole episode getting into the details of that as well. So, check out the podcast. I'll leave the link down below. Now, for those of you who didn't see the video yesterday, I talked about who was. It was Cartel Jalisco, and that Pelon used to be a member of their cartel, and that they attacked him at this velorio at his mom's funeral. Now, the actual Attorney General of Michoacan, Adrian Lopez Solis, confirmed the massacre of 17 people and the attack on El Pelon. During the press conference that he gave, he said that the official cipher is in between 10 to 17 people. I don't know how they would know. And they also say El Pelon survived the attack and was translated to San Jose de Garcia from Colima. And that was when he was at the actual funeral. So he survived it, and he was there, and he survived a previous attempt on his life right before. Now, as you can see in the video, they were heavily armed, and they just lined everyone up against the wall and mowed them down. There was information that Alejandro G., another subject, was involved in this, I guess you could say. They actually attribute a lot of things, the Fiscalia, to him directly. Now, Pelon, they're saying now, is most probably, that he was alive at there and they took him alive, but that he was kidnapped. Along with several other people, several other family members. So, we already know what's going to happen to them. It's not going to be pretty, and if they were willing to use this level of violence against him and his family, imagine what they're going to, and that's in public, that's what I'm getting at. Imagine what they're going to do to him in private. Cartel Jalisco is very well known for being creative as far as torture and making people talk. I don't know if there's really information they really want to get out of him, or if they just want to torture him because he left their organization and they want to make an example. I think that's the priority here for them. At the velorio, all these heavily armed people showed up, and this is where the shootout saw. If you guys didn't see the video on my Rumble, I actually have video of the actual shootout, the actual massacre. I'll leave it down there. And Pelon actually formed a cell in the local area and was also involved in operations in Colima. So if you didn't see the video on Navaca and Changuito Anthrax, everything that was going on there, he was involved in those operations and apparently betrayed Mencho, and this is what happened. Now, the actual group that he ordered, if you want to look at, was known in the area, very well known to be under his command. And, well, he ended up paying the price when he changed sides, right? Now, he changed sides specifically to the Familia Michoacana. Let me get into that, which also, I'm sure, pissed off Mencho extremely. The person who actually sent the sicarios for this attack, this is interesting, is known as Sierra 3 or Sierra 3. He's in charge of what happened, and he ordered this attack. I'm sure Mencho, of course, gave the go-ahead and everything, but he's the one who actually ordered the attack in particular on this area and where to go and everything, right? Now, the authorities in Michoacan also say they're working along with federal corporations to figure out what went on, but we already know what went on, let's be honest. And the fact that the federal government didn't respond, there was no local police, no law enforcement, no anything there, it says it all. And they had time to sit there and wash the blood off, the pavement in the street. I didn't even put that video up because why? Um, and then I saw another video of them just throwing bodies in the back of a truck, just loading them up like meat. And those are people's family. And in fact, this is all pretty much one family that was there, right? That was targeted. So, to me, what it looks like is Mencho ordered them to wipe his whole family out. You know, let's be honest. He didn't just want Pelon. That was insufficient. That's why they killed all these people right in front of there, and then they took a bunch more. And we don't even know how many people they took. All right, those numbers aren't getting out because I'm sure the family's terrified. But on top of that, who knows how many people were there and actually had a count? Maybe the only people who actually know all the people who were there and everything were murdered. So apart from the people who were murdered, everyone was taken. So I'm sure it's pretty hard for them to get an actual number on and names and identification of the people who are missing. I'm sure they're working on that, but at the same time, obviously they were complicit with Cartel Jalisco because they let them carry out this attack. No government responded. No one responded. So I don't think we're going to see anything from the investigation if the local government there was complicit in what went on because they let it happen. There's no way these people could show up, mow all these people down right in the middle of the city. All these convoy cars, all these sicarios. No one notices, no one responds, and they take so long to respond after that. It gives them time to wash up the blood with a damn hose, cleaning up the scene, right? Um, that's the main reason I don't think we should be waiting for any resolution, any closure, anything from the government. And whatever they say, for the most part, is probably going to be garbage. I think the only reason they said this about Balon to admit the truth is because people like me brought it out yesterday and kind of forced their hand to admit what happened. If not, I think they would probably come up with some alternative narrative and put a lower number of the people who were murdered at the scene. So remember, we heard it first yesterday. I got beat everyone by a full day. Adios, amigos. You have a good one. Check out the podcast. Check out Rumble, Patreon. Want to see more personalized videos like Spider, being tortured before his death, me bleeding out from bullet fragments. Check it out. Adios, amigos.